All right, let's get to some of the headlines here. Some of the things that we are following for you over the course of the next couple of hours. This is this developing situation in Minneapolis Public Schools where teachers could walk off the job here in just a matter of days. We know that overnight the teachers union said that the vote was in and members overwhelmingly authorized a strike. Later this afternoon, we're going to be following a rally that's scheduled outside district headquarters as well. That's about at 4:30. The teachers union has not set a date yet for this possible walkout. The soonest it could happen likely would be somewhere in that November 13th range. Here's what they had to say, though, just a short time ago. We clipped a portion of that, and then we've got a live interview on the back end of this. Let's listen.
My family fled our home in the South for a more inclusive and welcoming place for our kids to live and learn. And I have been beyond impressed with our neighborhood schools and the teachers and staff. I was, however, shocked to see my child go from a class of 21 kindergarteners in Tennessee, where public education is not prioritized, to a school that has multiple kindergarten classes of 28 students here in Minneapolis.
So again, if this happens, it would have a huge impact on families of nearly 30,000 students. That was one of them right there. And then, of course, there's the union side of this. So joining us now is Natasha Dokter, who's representing the Minneapolis Federation of Educators in Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Sure. So just to kind of set the stage for people here and give a little bit of context, so Minneapolis teachers were on strike. It was a 14-day classroom day strike in 2022. 2024, the union nearly held a vote to authorize a strike. And then yesterday, now overnight, we have the union voting to authorize a strike. So walk us through, I mean, to people watching this from the outside, it doesn't seem very stable, right, the situation? And talk to me a little bit about what you see from your perspective and the union's perspective.
Well, our union has been in negotiations for months with the district, working to build a destination district in Minneapolis Public Schools where all students have what they need to thrive. And so our proposals really focus on making sure that we have a really great learning environment for our students. And that includes reasonable and enforceable class sizes like Becca talked about this morning. And the key word there is enforceable. We want to make sure that we have reasonable class sizes no matter what school you go to in the district, no matter where you live, and that you're able to not have class sizes of over 28 kindergartners like the parent mentioned this morning.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you a little bit about that too, for those who don't understand or those who have kids and they do kind of understand. When you talk about that ratio, the student to teacher ratio and the class sizes, what exactly is it that the union is hoping to accomplish here, via number, or what does that look like?
Yeah, great question. So we want to make sure that we are able to actually enforce any class size language that the district is talking about or any caps. So we want to make sure that, you know, if there is an overage of a cap, that we have a way of working through that with the district to get back into under the caps and coming to a solution that works for the school and the families who send their students there too.
Yeah. Let's talk about the caseload caps for special education staffers as well. It's my understanding that this is a big piece of it. Tell us a little bit about what the current situation looks like, as specifically as you can.
Yeah, so we know that there are some buildings where our special education educators are working with incredibly large caseloads that they are trying to serve and meet the needs of all of those students. And again, similar to the class sizes, what we are fighting for with special education caseloads caps is that we are truly able to serve the needs of all of the learners in our district.
And when we talk about kind of the children, right, the students who are the ones who kind of carry the brunt of this, what has that been looking like from your perspective, from the union's perspective? I mean, how directly and hard has this been impacting the learner?
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do as a union is in service of having the strongest possible schools for our students. And we know that students learn better when they have reasonable class sizes and caseloads, yes. And so that is why this is a big priority of our union, because we know that students are not being served the best way they can with the current class sizes and caseloads that we see.
And then how about the money piece of this for educators? What specifically is the union hoping to accomplish here?
Yeah, so we are hoping to continue to make progress on having competitive wages for all of our educators. So this specifically really includes our educational support professionals who make school happen every day for students and families in Minneapolis, and making sure that they're able to live in the city that they work in. And also for our adult educators. These are educators, licensed educators who serve adults, and they currently do not make the same wage that teachers do who are teaching pre-K through high school. And so working to make sure that they are have pay parity because they are doing the same work that we are doing.
So the Minneapolis Public School District has said it's facing a $75 million budget shortfall. Does the union agree with that and recognize that? And then from the union's perspective, I think, you know, families and others may want to know, okay, where do you guys think the money should come from?
Yeah, so we believe that the district needs to think about how they are prioritizing their budget and where they are spending their dollars. And that is something that we are very open and willing to discuss and problem solve with them around. But at the end of the day, we know that they need to be spending the vast majority of their dollars closest to students, which we believe that these proposals do.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, how long have you kind of been with this arc of, like we talked about, we kind of set the stage here. This has kind of been an up and down situation for several years. How long have you been involved, and where do you kind of see where things are now compared to where they've been? Is it getting kind of worse? Do you feel like you're moving toward making progress inch by inch?
I think that's a great question. So I've been an employee of the district for 10 years and have been active in my union for most of that time. And I think that we actually do have more in common than sometimes it seems on the outside. I believe that union leadership and our rank and file members, employees of the district and district leaders, all want a district where truly every child in Minneapolis can thrive and have a wonderful experience. I think right now in negotiations, we're having some disagreement about how we get there, but I believe that we can get the deal done, and we are looking forward to our next mediation session on this Thursday.
Yeah, and that was my next question, is to kind of walk us through where we go from here as people are looking ahead. And some may say, well, gosh, do I need to worry about childcare? Am I going to see a bunch of educators not there? You know, what's going to be happening? What do you want people to know about the next week or two ahead here?
Yep, so we are going to be back in mediation with the district this Thursday, and we are very hopeful that we are going to make a lot of progress on Thursday, and we as a union are willing to meet around the clock so that we can figure this out and avert a strike.
All right. Well, we'll be definitely keeping in touch with you all and following this for folks who will be affected one way or the other here. Thank you for joining us, Natasha. Really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for having us. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Take care. Thanks. We do want to mention that even before those results were announced overnight to authorize the strike, the district did send us a statement saying, in part, MPS is committed to quickly reaching an agreement with MFE that works within available resources and prepares the district to navigate anticipated revenue reductions in the coming years. The school board has been closely involved and has already authorized resources above what had originally been allocated. So we will again continue to follow that as this strike was authorized overnight. I believe it was about a 92% approval by the members to authorize that strike.